Hi there, let's get started on the accessory digestive organs. Okay, so starting off here with a simple one, we have the pancreas. So you know the digestive system, that would be the strictly digestive system, that would be starting at the mouth, working its way down the esophagus to the stomach, the intestines, and then out through the rectum. So these are kind of just the organs that are going to be helping the digestive tract along the way. So the pancreas, very simple terms here. We have the head. So the head is the more squared off area of the pancreas, and it's going to be lying on the right side of the body. Next, we have the body, just the middle part, pretty intuitive. And then finally, we have the tail, which is going to be actually pointing out towards the spleen on the left side of the body. And then we have the major pancreatic duct or the pancreatic duct, which is going to be part of the biliary system when we get there towards the end here. Then we have the gallbladder. So the gallbladder, you may know, is the storage place for bile that is produced by the liver. So the gallbladder here, it's this little green structure, typically green. And then the duct running out of here is the cystic duct. So the cystic duct, again, we'll come back to that when we're looking at the biliary tree. And then also we have the sphincter of Oddi. So again, we'll get to that with the biliary tree, but your gallbladder is going to be getting cozy up here with the liver. It's just not pictured in this, but a better image will come up later. Now we have the spleen. So the spleen has very simple terms again. So we have the hilum or the hilus of the spleen. And again, that's just like where all of those little highways of, the blood supply and everything are coming in and out. So the spleen, I drew it here for you. The hilus is where the arteries and veins will be coming from and going. And then we have the gastrosplenic ligament. So that's this light purple leading to this light pink stomach that I drew. So this gastrosplenic ligament is going to be a connective tissue structure connecting the spleen and the stomach, gastro for stomach and splenic for spleen. And then there are some arteries that will be running between those two, but that's not necessary right now. Yeah. And now we have the liver. So the liver is one of the biggest players of the accessory digestive organs. So starting out here, we have the basic left and right anatomical lobes. So we have the left lobe here, and then we have the right lobe. So the left lobe is much larger than the right lobe. And then we have the caudate and quadrate lobes. So the caudate lobe is going to be lying just back here, and then the quadrate is going to be lying more anteriorly, if you will. So quadrate is anterior, caudate is posterior. You can kind of follow the curvatures to orient yourself in the body. So quadrate, anterior, caudate, posterior. Now we have the hilus type area also of the liver, except because it's liver, we call it the porta hepaticus. So the porta hepaticus actually contains the hepatic portal artery, the hepatic portal vein, the proper hepatic artery, and the common bile duct. So all of those players are going to be coming out through there. You can see our little gallbladder friend just kind of up here with the liver. And then we also have the falciform ligament of the liver, and then we also have the round ligament of the liver, or some people call it the teres hepatis ligament. And so the ligamentum teres is kind of down here. You can't typically see it, but it is an embryonic remnant of the umbilical vein. And then the falciform ligament is kind of just lying up here more cranially or superficially. Okay, so for the bile system, this will be important for you to know where each of these branches are coming from and where they're going to. I'd recommend being able to, draw this just so you can keep your ideas straight. So we have the right and left hepatic ducts. So those are coming from the liver. So the right hepatic duct and the left hepatic duct coming down here, and then they come to form the common hepatic duct. That makes sense, the common hepatic duct. So right and left hepatic form the common hepatic. And then as we come down here, the cystic duct joins in. Remember, that's coming from the gallbladder. So cystic duct joins in to then form the common bile duct. And then remember, we still have that pancreatic duct, or the major pancreatic duct, also joining. And then eventually it's going to dump out into the duodenum. So it's going to dump out into the duodenum at the major duodenal papilla. So that's just this little bump of tissue that, again, is going to be the entry point for all of the bile entering into the duodenum here. And then the hepatopancreatic ampulla vater, that's just the space here between where the pancreatic duct and the common bile duct come together and before it enters into the duodenum. And then the sphincter of Oddi, we kind of mentioned that name when we were back looking at the pancreas. And the sphincter of Oddi is literally just like the last barrier that it goes through before it enters the duodenum. So that little guy is just kind of preventing any reflux, anything passing back up into the biliary tree, which would not be desirable. And that is all I have. Thank you for watching, and please contact me if you have any questions.